T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Everybody, and welcome to Live from the Cheat Seats. The Cheap Seats. There we go. I'm your host, Andrew Faubert, and I'm live on Monday. What? Yeah, that's right. We had a late one last night. So Rick Hughes took you off into the midnight hour, even until 1 o'clock in the morning. Some people were tuning in, and he made sure to take care of all of you. So I said, why don't I take care of everybody on a Monday night? So that's exactly what we're doing. We're talking about the Buccaneers, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and how they won 19-17. Wow, I got to get my stuff together. Wow. Maybe I should stick to Sundays and not Mondays. 19-17. What a bad year. What a great score, though, for us, because it came out with the W out of Gillette Stadium, making another stadium and another team defeated by the GOAT himself, Tom Brady. That's it. He's got no other teams to beat until they decide to build a damn team up here in Canada. That's it. That's all. You don't need to beat anybody else or until the Jaguars inevitably move out of their situation and are gone. But nonetheless, it was not an easy game. We had to scratch that one out all the way to the end. Oh my goodness gracious. How the heck did we actually come out with that win? Well, let me tell you exactly how we got out with that win. I can tell you right now that I was one of those people that said at the beginning of the year, this may be the team that we lose to. Not because I want us to lose, but because this is the team that he inevitably came from. So what are we to do? Are we supposed to just roll over and allow this to happen? No. We went into Gillette Stadium with a plan. And the plan was to disrupt as much possibilities on the Patriots as possible while they inevitably took advantage of our cornerback situation. Though, welcoming Richard Sherman into our crop, he did actually not too bad. Sent a nice little Twitter message out earlier as well, thanking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and basically saying he's going to do better. And I expect him to do better, and I think everybody else does. I don't think we're really thinking he's going to do any less. I mean, he just got here, and he put up the most total solo tackles, there we go, in the game. I mean, mind you, he kind of needed to because he was all over the place, but that's the inevitability here. We signed him. Remember when I said that we didn't need him? That was when one cornerback went down. And then I found the second one. We should probably get him. Now we got all three down. What is happening? Is this time to worry? Is this time to freak out? I don't think so. But let's talk about this game first before we talk about the future and what is to come here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 19-17. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady, went 22 for 43, 269. Half of that number is my favorite. 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Leonard Fournette, though, 20 carries. When's the last time we had 20 carries at a running back? Honestly. 91 yards. I don't care about the 91 yards. I care about the amount of carries, personally. And I'll get into more details about that in a little bit. Ronald Jones, 6 carries, 25 yards. He got the TD, showing that he wants to be part of this team and he wants to get the playing time. And if that's what he's going to do for fantasy every single time, I'll take it, personally. But I need more in real life, buddy. Tom Brady also rushed 4 times for 3 yards. A couple of those rushes were actually pretty decent runs. So what is happening with the 44-year-old man here just rushing like he just is absolutely youthful again? It's very confusing. As for our wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, and the receiving core here, Mike Evans caught 7 receptions for 75 yards. Antonio Brown also caught 7 receptions for 63 yards. Chris Godwin, 3 for 55. Leonard Fournette also got 3 for 47. Cameron Brate, 2 for 29. And we had a couple of targets for Tyler Johnson, Cody McElroy, and O.J. Howard. Yes, it wasn't the greatest stat board for our offense, but all offenses are going to have days like this. And it's going to happen when there's rain, when there's inevitable pressure. I mean, I guess, you know, when you've been in that stadium and the whole crowd is cheering you for 1 minute, then boo, and then yeah, and then boo. Breaking the record while the guy whose record you broke is right there and also broke the opportunity of him ever winning more than one Super Bowl. That's a shot at you, Saint fans. Also, that being said, with all that rain, there's a lot of players that dropped a lot of passes based off of some of the throws that were going. Right? Some of those throws should not have been going on as well due to the nature of the weather. But that also being said, I'm not going to take it away from the GOAT, Tom Brady, when he has, one bad game of the season. He's had to do this all basically by himself because the running core hasn't been exactly up to snuff. That being said, Leonard Fournette with the 20 rushes and 91 yards was really nice to see. And again, I'm going to get into that. I want to talk about this defense here for a second. Finally, it stepped up with the 4 sacks and the 6 tackle for a loss all throughout the game. Really nice to see throughout the game. Joe Tryon getting in there twice. 2 sacks for the rookie. That was really good. JPP Gone gives him the opportunity. The more that he's in there, the more of these opportunities he's going to be given. And they even were telling him, slow down. You don't have to speed every single time. Slow down a couple of times. Let the game come to you. Let the situations come to you. And that's exactly what he did. And it got him 2 sacks. 2 daddy sacks. It's awesome. This is what makes the rookie become a better developed player down the road. Opportunities. JPP was out and he got the opportunity. He got him 2 sacks. We, the Buccaneer fan base, are very happy that happened. Are we not? Exactly. Devin White got in there a few times with a few pressures. Levante David and him were having one hell of a game, in my opinion. Finally, good to see that they're on the proper mental, keeping an eye on the field. Couple of games at the beginning, I didn't want to point it out because I said these guys are like the GOATs of the defense as well. And I just want to give them the shout out that they deserve. Devin White and Levante David are starting to look at the field a lot like the way they did towards the end of the season and into the playoff run that they had. This is going to be unstoppable if this be the case. With our corners going out, we're going to need more pass coverage. Devin White and Levante David are showing respectable signs that they can also get into the pass covering game a lot better. They also put some pressure out there. So some of the tight ends that are going to come up against us in some of the next games, like going up against Mike Gesicki and the Miami Dolphins, we're very lucky and very happy to have Devin White and Levante David to sit there and help with the pressure. That being said, our secondary needs help. Carlton Davis and Winfield are all getting banged up. Our 3-headed monster of corners is essentially out. That is a problem. Now, let's say this. I have also been caught on record saying we should not have traded for C.J. Henderson. And the Panthers, C.J. Henderson, didn't do the greatest with the Panthers, though he's in a brand new system. He's getting adjusted, just like Richard Sherman, and he's a first-round rookie to a Super Bowl champion. But the tight end situation, we just lost Gronk, and all we have is another 2 tight ends. We can't give up anybody else. So that trade, we would have probably had to give up more than just a third and a tight end. Maybe I have to give a second and a wide receiver. Not one of our top wide receivers at all either. We're talking like maybe Scotty Miller. The point is, I understand. We're in a hole now. We had Jason Light go on Twitter and call out a fan who said he was going to smack him with some sort of a metal-plated bat or something like that if he does not go out and trade for another corner. Kidding me? Are you kidding me? The guy who helped assemble this Super Bowl winning team doesn't have to go and do fucking anything. Pardon my language. I think it's after 10 o'clock. I think I can get away with it. Also, just to let you know, the current score of the game right now of the Monday Night Football, 21-0 for the Chargers. Oh, and just like that, 21-6 at least, but it's probably going to be 7 here. Hunter Renfrow just caught a pass from Derek Carr. Our defense is starting to look better. Our defense is starting to look a lot better. At the beginning of the season, it was just starting to get on its, what I said, the Super Bowl hangover. The defensive line, if they play to the same way that they did last year, we're going to be okay. But here's the other thing. The fact that our corners are now gone, the fact that we now have offenses looking to that, our weakness now, may become a problem for our defensive line. They may not have enough time anymore to sit in the pocket and get some of these sacks or some of these forced fumbles as much time as they used to. We may have to do more stunts to get into that pocket and do more disrupting a lot faster than what we did before by just having raw power, good matchups, one-on-one matchups to get through the line and get to the quarterback. Now with the corners being gone, a lot of teams are going to take chances. Get that ball out sooner because you know that it's more than likely going to be caught. Last year, Carlton Davis did a great job. Jamel Dean even did a great job of just running in and pushing those balls out right when a quarterback was getting pressured and throw it to the side. Nice little knockout. This year, we don't have that because they're playing zone, playing back. And we have to. We don't want to give them the big plays. We'd rather, slowly kill ourselves, technically, at that point. Bad choice of words, I know. But at that point, we don't want to lose the game with the big play. We want to play the chess match. Sometime the ball's going to get patted out of the way or knocked out of the way a certain way, and it's going to get intercepted. It's happened in a few games this weekend. That's why you don't hit down all the time when you're on defense. You hit up. Let everybody go for the ball. The defense is doing better. Now I'm saying, though, if Carlton Davis is out for a while, we probably should start looking at trading for a number one corner. When I mean the number one corner, I'm meaning, again, someone who's on the 1-year prove-it deal, someone who's at the tail end of a nice contract, someone we can get maybe on the cheap end, might have to dangle a couple of late round picks. Who knows? But if we're losing Sean Murphy-Bunting for a while, and we are losing Jamel Dean, and we are losing Carlton Davis, we are not going to be able to get through the next few weeks, hell, the next rest of the season, with only Richard Sherman, D. Delaney, Cockrell. We need help. And if the CJ Anderson trade was available, say this weekend instead of last weekend, hey, who knows what could possibly happen? We could have offered some sort of trade that may have actually convinced them. Who knows? But we don't. That's the sad part. We do need to make a trade. I agree. Or a free agency pickup. Someone drops someone. Who knows? But we do need to do something. I agree. When one went down, we can do it from within house. 2 went down. Don't mind grabbing Richard Sherman just because it's the veteran leadership, and we can still work it from within house. 3 down. Maybe the inevitable has finally hit where we should make the trade. And that's the steps that I think that this organization may take. Who knows? I'm not the GM. Hell, I would love to be a GM. I'm not the GM. I would love to be the GM. Again, not the GM. But I think we should. And I think it would make a great sense to do so. I wish I had more time to bring up a lot of cornerbacks that I think we should. Stephon Gilmore. Hey, we're going on a plane leaving Boston. You want to come? I'm going to Miami. Who knows? We just need to do something if we want to keep the winning ways going. Look at what the Chiefs are dealing with right now, for example. The Chiefs' defense and corners are not that great at all. That's why they're losing or almost losing to good and bad teams, but also having Philadelphia put up as much yardage and points as they did. Wait, what? Excuse me? Now, I understand. They are built on their offense or like offensive heavy, whatever. We're offensive heavy too, and we're winning games that way. And the Chiefs are winning games that way. But what have our Bucs fans said this whole entire offseason? This is the defense won the championship. Agreed. That means we need to address it. That means other teams need to address it. More than likely the Chiefs are. They're getting more top heavy on the offense with Josh Gordon. That's absolutely dumb. And now they're going to get probably more top heavy, say, on the defense. They're going to go after somebody else who just got cut. Or they're going to trade for somebody. Because they don't need any picks, really, if they can get the players now. That being said, with players now, I want to talk about playoff Lenny here for a second. Because I also was said and called out why we got to trade for running backs. Because I said if we're trading for anything, we need to trade for a running back or a running back situation, or we need to draft our running back of the future this upcoming draft. Playoff Lenny finally got the 20 damn carries I was asking for. Do you go back and look at him in Jacksonville? Playoff Lenny, Leonard Fournette, was absolutely fantastic when you let his motor finally get up there. Like a diesel engine, I think is what they're called. When you just let it warm up. Yeah. When you just let it warm up. What does it finally do? It gives you that high motor and that high power that you were searching for all damn day. Leonard Fournette, when given the opportunity, will get you the yards. We'll give you the opportunity. Look at some of the opportunities and some of the games that he's had with the Jacksonville Jaguars back a couple of years ago. In 25 carries, some games where he had 83 yards. There was games where he had only a couple, mind you, I'll give him that. 15-yard games where he had 188 yards. He can break off for a good chunk of runs. We saw it this game. We have to give him that opportunity. Rojo, in my opinion, is just a rotational running back now. Put him in when Fournette needs to rest for a little bit and just let it be. That, to be honest, that's what I think it has to come down to now. Because Rojo is a household name, I understand we're not just going to let him go. And I understand we're probably not going to pay him either. I get that, 100%. Still got to utilize him while he's here. Giovanni Bernard is out, and we're only going to use those two because we didn't see Keyshawn Vaughn. That's the only two running backs we're going to use. We need to see the best out of everybody. And the best out of everybody is letting Leonard Fournette get 20 to 25 damn catches a game or runs a game. Touches. Sure, that works. Even if he puts up 75 yards. Is that not better than the 13-yard games he's put up this year? The less than 20-yard games that he's put up or Rojo's put up? Isn't it better than taking the pressure off of Brady a little bit? Sure, we don't win 34 to whatever. We don't have these high-scoring games and Brady doesn't throw for 400 yards. No. But we still get the win. What happened in New England, being so close, is because of emotion and the weather and Bill Belichick being one hell of a coach and them preparing for one hell of a matchup. And the fact that I'm pretty sure the Bucs are finally realizing that they're going to have to get used to playing with fans in the stadiums again. They're not going to be quiet for you and for nobody. They're going to be as loud as they possibly can. Look at the game that you're probably watching right now. They're loud for both teams. They want the Raiders more than they want the Chargers. I would understand. Look at that place right now. You need to give Leonard Fournette more carries. There needs to be an opportunity for Leonard Fournette to get into the game and let his motor just start to get going. That's all there is to it. He's a great pass blocker as well, which got brought up to me. A lot of people's arguments towards why we need to keep Leonard Fournette or Rojo into next season because it can pass block. Can easily go get another one in the 4th round if you say Keyshawn Vaughn can't. We've seen teams just go. We saw the Carolina Panthers just draft strictly defense, did we not? We can do whatever we want when it comes to the draft for trying to get opportunities. I understand that they don't always pan out, but this team is not going to be available. Or is not going to have enough money available to just start, paying everybody we want to keep here. The reason we're doing it now is because everyone's taking pay cuts. That's not going to continue when people start losing, when there's no incentive for taking the pay cut. I want to see this team last as long as anybody else does. But in order to do that, we need to see Leonard Fournette on the field for that offense a little bit more, just like we did. And if it means taking 6 points off of the game just so that our defense or the game can be now I don't want to say a little bit closer. We're going to win these games any which way, but it just takes that pressure off of Brady for the games and the opportunities, for the games and the times that we need him to actually go. Like the playoffs. I would rather him go off and throw 500 yards in a playoff game because we're having a shootout. Doesn't anybody else? Do we want that in week 1 and 2 of the season? No. Do we want to tire this 45-year-old man out? No. Leonard Fournette is young. We can get young running backs. We can figure out a way to do it. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about quick, when I talk about Joe Tryon, the rookies that we have here in-house, the rookies that we've drafted, are showing that they're going to do one hell of a good job when the veterans are gone. When JPP is gone. When Brady is gone. We haven't seen Kyle Trask, for example, yet. But let's just use Joe Tryon. When JPP is inevitably gone, when it comes to the position itself, we're going to be okay. When it comes to anything else, like the leadership, we don't know what he's going to be yet. That stuff isn't necessarily drafted, unless you're a Luke Kuechly or an Andrew Luck. Joe Tryon is going to be one hell of a player for this defense for as long as we have Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles knows how to utilize these players in the scheme that he has made for us, this team. When that is gone, it's not going to do the same thing. But we're not talking about that today. What I want to bring into this, though, is basically what Joe Tryon is bringing. It's a younger, less powerful version right now of JPP. JPP has a very nice ability to just push his shoulder down and get an extra step or two leaned into a quarterback, whereas Joe likes to go right around. And it's exactly what I like to do when I was in high school. Quarterbacks would drop back too quick, and I'd pick off a couple of sacks because it would just drop back way too far. It's just the way it is. He is going to get so much better. He is smart. He has the ability to be one hell of a pass rusher going forward. We looked at Khalil Mack back in the day. A lot of people laughed at where he was drafted. Like, what is this kid from Buffalo going to do? The kid from Buffalo is still one of the biggest draft picks, or one of the best draft picks in the last few years. And his trade value that he had is probably the same return that you would be giving for him now. So Joe Tryon at pick number 32 was a great pick. And we are seeing very shortly what he is going to do for our defense. This guy is amazing. It's so nice to see this type of speed. Shaq Barrett's got a nice, beautiful swag to him where he can just kind of move throughout that defense. Joe is just, wah! JPP's like, push, Vita Vea straight up that gut. Willem Golston is that nice, beautiful blend of almost everything. This defense is starting to finally get where it needs to be. I'm loving it. Tom Brady finally gets his win at Gillette Stadium as an opponent, as basically a Buck. Bill Belichick was reported to have came and saw him for about 20 minutes after the game. And he left. Tom Brady shortly after. I don't ever think we're going to see or hear what that actually was about, what the contents of that game was, or that conversation was. But I think one day when this movie and his career has finally come to an end, we'll start to hear whispers of what it was. And in 10 or 12 years, when the documentary inevitably comes out, and we start talking about all the things that we didn't remember or didn't hear, and all the kids start talking about, oh, yeah, but Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes are the GOATs now. Shut up. I didn't want to admit it. Nobody else really wanted to admit it. Now there's almost no reason to not admit it. He's the GOAT. The wins and the things that he can do and that this team can do when put in situations is absolutely amazing. I actually thought last night, the way that game was going, because we lost our corners, because that we were, a 10-yard run, in my opinion, was only getting us 4. And what I mean by that technically is our 4-yard runs looked like they could have broken off for 10-yard runs. And the runs that broke off for, 20 yards, 12 yards, looked like they should have been 3-yard runs. It didn't look like the greatest game that we have had played in a long time. Not at all. Not by a long shot. But what it showed is that no matter the weather, no matter the crowd, no matter the situation, Evans is about to snap. Godwin not getting as much attention as he should. Rojo still having the cornerbacks. Tom Brady and your Tampa Bay Buccaneers still showed out, put on one hell of a show, kicked some major ass. And by that, when I say major ass, it's because you got the win. Because we got the win. 1917. I joke because what a year that was. No, it was not a great year. Just like what a score that was. No, not a great score at all. But it's also like looking at the year 1917. It's a remembering moment. Just like last year. Certain games are going to come out as remembering moments. The Bears game, the Saints game, hell, even the Packers game. For us, for good reasons on that one. You remember. And this is going to be the game that we remember. How we finally were able to come out with enough juice at the end of the quarter, despite everything going wrong in which shape or form you can think of. Kickers, runners, passers, the defense, everything. By the way, quickly interjecting, the Raiders have scored again, making it at least 21-13, with the kick coming up, probably going to be 14. Everything was thrown at us. We had an opportunity to lose big time, but we capitalized. Week 1 was different, especially for some people. Okay, it is 4. Okay. Just making sure they scored there. It was a remembering, I guess you would say, of sorts. We remember that we are not totally undefeatable. Obviously, we lost to the Rams. We have a Achilles heel. It's really ourselves. It's nobody else, in my opinion, except for ourselves. The only team that's going to beat us is us. When we lost to the Rams, it's because they found a weakness and we just couldn't get on the horse. We beat ourselves. It happens. It happens. It's going to continue to happen. But as long as we can get it fixed now, as long as we can get it fixed at the beginning of this season and continue it to the end, we're going to be fine. That's why 1917 isn't technically something to worry about. Not at all. If anything, that's a game that I like to see. I like to see defenses actually show up. And props to Mac Jones and the New England Patriots. What a hell of a job you did keeping us on our toes. I had to turn my phone off because I worked late yesterday. I wasn't able to get home until about 11. I wasn't able to turn on the game until about 11:30. Watched it till about 1:30 in the morning. Fast forward. Love technology up here in Canada in my igloo. And I finally got to the end. My fiance already knew the score. Wouldn't tell me a thing. Wouldn't lean one way or another. If anything, the way that she made it sound, we lost, if anything. And when we lost the other corner, I was like, oh, so we did lose the game. Cool. This is lovely. See that ending come out. To see us finally pull out the win after a hard-fought game. And to finally see Brady beat Belichick was just so perfect to see. What a game. What a game. What a game. You Buccaneer fans got nothing to worry about. There's going to be games where you have bumps and learning lessons across the way. As long as we can win most of them, we got nothing to worry about. This is going to be a winning season. This is a winning season. We're 3-1. Before last season, we would have been like, oh my God, we're 3-1. This is amazing. We would have been acting like Saint fans. We would have been calling it the first quarter division champions. We would have had a banner and everything. We're a completely different fan base. We're a completely different team. Because we are winning. And because we know how to win. And because we can get out of the situations that we put ourselves in. Remember the thing I was telling you about the mini games within the mini games? It's exactly what we did yesterday. We won every single mini game we had to play against ourselves. All right. Let's see what some of the fans have had to say tonight. Get into the comment section here a little bit. I know a lot of people are watching the game tonight. I totally understand. It's also a little weird seeing a little Canadian ginger face, a little ginger beard up on your screen on a Monday night. Maybe not for everybody. I completely understand. But I just try to make your night and your day, the start of your week, I guess, this week, a little bit better. Carrie Koo, hello to you, says hello. Christopher O'Reilly says, we won ugly, but it cost us our secondary. You know what? It did. It did. Damn right it did. The doink heard around the world. Yes. Oh, my God. Nick Folk and the doink across the world. Wow. Man. Sherman led the team in tackles. That's right. In solo tackles. I think he was tied with Devin White technically for like combined or if whatever they want to call it there. But good to see you too, Misador. Thank you for tuning in. Christopher Cole, just wait until we get healthy. Hey, it's the same thing as last year, guys and gals. Wait until we get healthy. My goodness gracious. They should run that toss play to Rojo a lot more. If he gets out on the field a little bit more, man. But you're not wrong. That was a nice play. Also, you got to understand the situation, right? It might just be something that the team that they're playing against with has a weakness against, and we exploited it. Who knows? VH3, 3-1, baby. Fred Moore, that's right. We go 19-1. Is that what the term is now, Fred Moore? Tom has been the GOAT since like the mid 2010. Yeah, about that. But I mean, that's the thing, Ben. And thank you for tuning in, Ben Cornett. Glad you tuning into the show. Some of these fans, and even me for a little bit too. When he only had the 4th ring and even the 5th ring, I was still kind of doing the listen. I would still personally take Joe Montana. It's just me, 4-0 compared to what he's done. Now the fact that he's won 7. Like completely, like not even a question. When he won the 6th one, I was like, now there's no debate. Like now nothing, in my opinion. So, Tom has been the GOAT since basically. The damn it Raiders, Waller going off for me in one of the leagues is good. So I like that for my fantasy personally. Since one of my leagues is doing good, I'm really getting sick and tired of losing by only like 4 points, man. I'm seeing some of the fans were raving about Rojo last night because he got a TD. Like, that excuses his poor play the rest of the games. Fournette definitely played better than Jones last night. Fournette got gassed on that offensive drive that allowed Jones the TD. Yep, Rojo is still on thin ice, in my opinion. I think you're right, Ben. I think you're basically right on that. There might be an opportunity to see him more in some of these games coming up. But I think it's going to be in a limited situation because if you can get 75 yards out of Leonard Fournette on 18 to 22 carries, is that not just enough time to get enough, say, pressure and enough, whatever you want to call it, off of Brady? Not pressure, but, not to throw his arm enough. You know what I mean? It just kind of gives him that opportunity to rest, right? And I only say that because he's old. And I say that with all respect, of course. The man is 40, almost 45 years old. We got to let him rest his arm a little bit. I would rather Leonard Fournette make some yards up so that he can get paid in the offseason by a good team and land in a good situation. That's just me. So I think you're right there, Ben. Jim Melvin, thank you for tuning in. I was concerned about how bad the tight ends looked minus Gronk. Brait looked slow and awkward. Here's one other thing. I was going to bring this up a little bit later, but I'll bring it up right now. What about Howard? What is happening? Why is he getting one catch? Why are we not utilizing our first round pick and franchise tag him? Why? For a while I defended him. I even said at a couple of points he might be a good sleeper option, but it seems to be Gronk and Brait. So why? Why don't we have depth like we did? Why have we just gone with a 3 tight end system? And why? Not to say do we keep him around, because there's obviously a reason. It's a first round pick. You want to see the value, especially after the injuries. But why is he not being utilized as much as we think? I don't think Brait is bad. I had Brait catching 4 catches. I wish he did, because I would have won a lot of money, but he didn't. That's all right. Why is the real question with OJ Howard? Because what's his trade value? I've seen on the internet and on Twitter, a lot of people say, trade him now while he has value. Does he? I mean, everybody does. Okay, let's put the respect on the names and the players that play in the NFL. But what value does he hold? Go back to the Gronk trade. He was a retired player. Still a Hall of Famer. People still don't care. Got him for a 6th round pick, essentially. What do we get for OJ Howard? What is his trade value? Honest question to the fans out there too. To be honest, drop in the comment section. What do you honestly think OJ Howard's trade value at this point right now would be? And even to what team? One of the only teams that needed a tight end out there right now was the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they just got Dan Arnold, who acts as a wide receiver sometimes too. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think OJ Howard's value is? Because, again, you guys know me. Anyone who puts that Bucs jersey on, I hope that you stay on this team for as long as you possibly can while it financially works. That's just how football goes. But what is his value? What can we get for OJ Howard? What in a trade? Honestly, right now, you look around the league, and you know me. I said we need a running back, but we need depth. I know we could probably go get 2 of the guys that we let off on waivers. And then we could probably do that. But what would be the value? Because we would need to pick up 1 or 2 of the tight ends that we've basically released. We would have to. That's inevitable. And then it almost seemed like we would have, if Gronk went down, then we don't have a really good option then. So it's a weird one. I like the question. I like the comment because it really got like me thinking, Special thanks to the Deck Bar and Grill at Isla. Thank you very much. Thank you. I can't wait to come down there and try your guys' damn food. And go swim with the Gators. I'm not swimming with no damn Gators. Sherman and Levante had the same amount of tackles. Okay. That's Levante. Thank you. I feel like I have to say this every year. The regular season is all about correcting the playbook. There you go. Taking the new plays they make up every year and thinning them out for the second half of the season and keeping the best for plays. See, I agree, Johnny. I agree. 19. Yeah, see, Fred? Yeah, that's my boy right there. 19-1. He's got the laughing face and everything. I love it. All right, thank you for tuning in tonight too, Fred. F. Waller, and where the hell is Williams? 1 reception on 1 target. It's so funny. Oh, I was going to say, is this a big one here? Oh, no, he was out of bounds. Man, that corner went up for that one, though. Like, whoo. Damn. Because he sucks. I guess this is the O.J. Howard. O.J. is definitely a sleeper option at this point. Also not wrong at all. Rojo missed a chip block that got Brady sacked. He just whiffed. It happens. It happens, but also at the same time, too, not with the GOAT. Not in at an important time in the game either. That it sucks for him, but saving OJ for the Super Bowl, that's the thing. What are we doing, right? What are we doing with him? Because I'm not gonna lie, and this is just me, okay? I'm not gonna nitpick on the little stuff. You guys know me. I will always be held accountable for everything that I say too. Okay. This is just me. No one else at Bucs Report has this opinion. I will be a little upset this year if OJ Howard is only averaging like a half catch per game, 1 catch per game for like 12, 13 yards or whatever. Maybe gets 1-2 touchdowns at the end of the season. Okay. But we just let him go for nothing at the end of the season. He gets paid by somebody else. That would kind of piss me off. But like, you could have traded him in the offseason when there may have been value for him, or released him, or use that franchise tag on anyone else. So I'd be a little upset at that. But I mean, hey, if he goes off one of these games for like 16 catches for like 200 yards, I don't know. I'll come on one of these shows and I'll apologize. I've always said I will. Howard has no value. Remember, the team shopped him around last year and got nothing. True. And but the other side too, and Johnny knows this probably just as well as anybody else. What about it's the word I'm looking for. You kind of put it out there and everybody says no, just you hope that he is released. Just like the Jamie Collins situation that just happened too. It's like, what about this? And like, I can give you a 7th. I need at least a 3rd. Well, no, I'm not interested. Now you just go pay him the money and you get him. He didn't have to get rid of a draft pick. So Howard is done, but Brate used to have some moves. He didn't have them last night. I do not think Brate is a very good, like, wet field tight end. Sounds very dirty, I understand, but like, I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good. I really can't trade OJ at this point. For one, we got Gronk out possibly for a while, and 2, OJ's value is dipping to the bottom of the punch bowl because of injuries and the lack of production when he's been on the field so far this season. And you're right. And then what value, Ben? Which he says true. Yeah. No, and that's the thing. That is the thing. What's his value? Happens. Yeah. Anyone possibly have just Arizona undefeated after 4 weeks to start the season? Raise your emoji hands. I did. I also said that they could possibly lose to the Jaguars, just because I also said the Jaguars at the beginning of the season could go, I said 3-2 in the first 5 weeks, just based off of schedule. Man, how dumb I look for that take. Thanks, Urban Meyer. Go get another lap dance. Son of a bitch. Though I love you. I've doubled down on the Arizona. I said Arizona was going to be this last year. Definitely was not. This year they're doing a lot better. So I get that, Andrew. But he has never shown anything but one catch in his 4 years here. And that one catch, I think, is the same one I'm thinking about. It was only like a 19-yard catch or a touchdown or something like that, but it was a gorgeous catch. So I did in the preseason ranking show, Andrew. You did? You did? I think, yeah. Because I know there was a couple of people who were on the Cardinal train, but I know there was a couple of haters. And I don't pull out the receipts unless the person kept doubling down the whole season. Which right now, my Kenneth Gainwell over Javonte Williams take is looking spicy. All right. Since it is a bit of a pop-up show tonight, I don't have a goulash. Oh, sorry, I do have a goulash. But I do have a couple of these. And we're going to do it with the fans. So I created this one. And this one I might use next week as well. I might use a different one. But this is for all my fans out there. You know how we like to do it. I like to do the goulash and come up with a bunch of different stuff. I would do the meme grinder right now, but obviously, like, I got to have laughters in the back. I don't have a soundboard or anything like that. So I got to have everybody. And I had some really good ones. Like stupid things Buck fans say and all that kind of stuff. So, but like, that's just me. Where the heck is it? All right. Everybody ready for this one? Drop your comments down into the section. Pick 3 Bucs players to stay forever out of basically the young crop of players. Kyle Trask, Keyshawn Vaughn, Tyler Johnson, Jalen Darden, O.J. Howard, Tristan Wirfs, Vita Vea, Joe Tryon, Devin White, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunting, or Antoine Winfield Jr. You can only pick 3, and they get to stay forever. Doesn't matter what the contract states. They remain in a Bucs jersey forever. You get to pick 3. Let me know what you think in the comment section while I get to a couple of these guys here. I thought Lamar and Kyler would have been on IR by now. If they stay healthy, the sky is the limit. Very, very, very true. Donovan Smith makes way too much money to play as poorly as he does. Oh, don't get me started. I'm biting my tongue on the left tackle debate because some people remember me saying we could also I want to keep Joe Tryon. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything on that. But that also being said, I remember a lot of people using a certain take I made last year to say this Canadian doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I mean, right now Donovan Smith is a good to average left tackle who makes a little bit too much money. Back to this though. Which 3? Tell me which 3 are you keeping forever? I can't get over the colors Gainwell wears. I can't get over how many damn points he's gotten me in fantasy and the amount of trades that people have tried to trade for in Dynasty. All right, pick 3 Bucs to stay forever. Your choices again are Kyle Trask, Keyshawn Vaughn, Tyler Johnson, Jalen Darden, O.J. Howard, Tristan Wirfs, Vita Vea, Joe Tryon, Devin White, Carlton Davis, SMB, or Antoine Winfield Jr. All right, let's see. I see a few people in the comment section. Let's see what we got here. There we go. I was like, where the heck did they go? Johnny says Davis, White, and Vea. Interesting. I like that one. That's a nice one. I like that. Vea, White, and Tryon. Ooh. Just keep. Oh man, might actually be my pick there, Steven. I'm debating it still. Wirfs, Vita, and White. See, that's one that I kind of was leaning towards. I like this. This is a very nice blend. Via White and Wirfs. Yeah, see. I'm kind of leaning towards that one too. It's hard. Stephen Glasgow. Donovan has always been an average left tackle at best who Litch overpaid. So far, the 20 season that Donovan had was a mirage because the coaching staff figured out that Smith is too unreliable in pass coverage. That's where they put Gronk by his side during the passing down. So it made Donovan look better than he was. True, but credit where it's due. He did do a lot better. Did do a lot better. Because even to do a lot better. It's not worth the money he was flipping paid for, though. I know, I understand left tackles are not easy to come around. I get that, okay? I get that. All right. Let's see. I got a couple other people who pick some in here. Let's see. Via, White, and Winfield for you too, eh, Ben? Okay. I like that. It would be a far easier pick to pick 3 to drop. That's true. But that's not, I don't want it to be easy. I want it to be difficult. That's the best part. Because a lot of people, I'm sure every single person who has made this or has chose this in this so far has been like, damn, I don't know who to get rid of. And then, of course, Tommy Mitchell, thank you for joining in. Worst Vita Vea and White. I kind of think that's the one I'm going with. But to be completely honest, oh man, it's a hard one. And even I'm the one that made it. I think I'm gonna have to go with Vita Vea because I fudging love Vita Vea. I gotta go with Wirfs. Like the fact that you can have a defensive tackle and a right tackle who can probably move to left tackle. I'm just saying. But then I gotta go with I gotta go with White. I'm going with Wirfs, Vita Vea, and White. That's gonna be my choice there. I like Howard has to go. Has done nothing so far. You can't drop Wirfs. I know, right? Like it. But then of course it's like, can you drop like Carlton Davis? Can you drop some of these other guys? Right? Like Antoine Winfield. That's a hard one. Smith is stronger in run blocking. That's why his biggest hangup was not knowing when to break off the block. He would continue downfield and draw penalties. That is also very true. Very true. He is not good in the and yes, Ben also agrees with that too. So yeah, I think we all get on board with that. Another quick one here for you guys and gals. Who's the best NFL player from your hometown? Who is the best NFL player from your hometown? Or even the city that you're living in right now? Think of the best player from there. I can tell you right now that up here in Canada, we have a very slim selection. But I'm going to give a shout out to Chuba Hubbard, who is from the town literally right beside my town. I literally can hop on the highway that's a couple of stores away from me and 15 minutes be in the same damn town that Chuba grew up in. And then another 10, 15 minutes from there is be the same city that he played in. So, and then the best player from my hometown personally, I would honestly give a shout out to Nigel Romick. Plays for the Ottawa Red Blacks in the CFL league right now. So I would say he's probably the best. So shout out to him. A couple of people, Ray Lewis. Oh yeah, Johnny. Yeah. All right. Hells yeah. Chris Godwin from Fred Moore. Cool. Trevor Lawrence. Okay. I like that. Is that why he cost us a 47-yard completion, Johnny? Freaking waste of a left tackle. True, but also at the same time, it's very hard to find a left tackle in the league. So I'd rather pay him like this and have to deal with I think I'd have to check if we can cut him next year and not get any dead cap from that. But I'll have to check that for next episode. Since I got a lot of people who want to talk about the left tackle situation, we might have to talk about that next game here, guys. I like that. So yeah, that was who's the best player from your NFL team, or the best player from your hometown. Now, who do you think is the hardest hitting safety of all time? This has popped up on a couple of platforms, and I wanted to see personally before I make mine. Okay, because call me biased in a weird way, and no, it's not what you think. But who do you think is the best hard hitting safety of all time? Choices are Atwater, Dawkins, Chancellor, Taylor, Lynch, Lott, and Tatum, or other. If you could think of any other. I am going to go last on this because again, I do not want to sound like I'm in a way a homer here, but I think there's only one personally, and I want to see what other people say first again before I say mine. We can't talk tackle without Alex Loosemore. Hey man, I love Alex Loosemore. He's my offensive guru. So my San Diego CA hometown has numerous Hall of Famers, and of course my Dallas home now has a lot. That's true. No, that's true. That's true. So yeah, it'd be hard for you to pick one. Mike Ditka. Interesting. As far as current, but all-time, Randall Cunningham from Las Vegas. Ooh. Okay. Anybody else? The hardest hitting safety of all time, in your opinion? Whoever it is, he will never be matched given the newest NFL rules. That is the reason why I have my pick. I can't really, again, I don't want to be a homer. I want to get a couple other people's picks here first before I say mine. And a couple people probably already know what I'm going to say. And you guys are going to be like, weird. Like, how is this a homer pick? Really hard choice. Sorry, Johnny, there we are. Really hard choice. Have to either go Lott or Dawkins first and second, but Lynch third. Okay. John Lynch got one. That's what threw me off. Dicko was a tight end. I was like, wait a second. Jack Tatum, dude, actually paralyzed the player as awful. Listen, gotcha. When I say hardest hitting safety of all time, gotcha. Like, I gotcha. And that it does sound bad, but it's also kind of badass. Like, we're talking football here, too. So either Atwater or Lott. Okay. I like that. Last 30 seconds here to get everybody else's votes in there. I'm not going to lie. Check this out. You guys are going to be surprised, too. I've actually seen tape, say, on Tatum and Lott, right? Like, I've seen a lot of Lott tape and a little bit more Tatum tape. A little bit less Tatum tape. I've not seen as much Atwater as I probably should have, considering the amount of Atwater I am seeing in this comment section. That's fair because Fred's saying Atwater too. The oldest players use their hand. That's very true. Lynch knocked out his brother-in-law. That's very true. George Hollis. Damn. The Eckler just scored. Nice. So 28-14. Very good. This is my pick. I'm not going with John Lynch. I'm actually going with Sean Taylor. May he rest in peace. The reason why is because when I grew up and I started watching, I could not believe that this guy was even allowed to play. I got to see him for a couple of years. The small little sample size that we got. I could never get in my head what it would take to just want to inflict that type of pain on people. Like, Dawkins is also a great pick in this technically as well, because he didn't give a flying fuck about people's health or anything. But man, I loved Sean Taylor, man. Just some of the highlights that I've seen from him, just absolutely putting people to bed. Not even the Pro Bowl. That was like, that's still like, love that. That's still awesome. But not even close. Ray Lewis played in my county, but I went to school with Jason. Oh, cool. There you go. There we go. Sorry about that, Steven. Said Atwater was a beast. Again, I'm going to have to see a little bit more tape on him. And again, I know who he is, and I've seen tape on him, but not nearly enough as I probably should have. On the best day, Sean Taylor with right? And still one of my favorites. Like, I'm still trying to get a jersey. I did not realize how expensive those damn things are to get like signed or customed or anything like that. But damn, Atwater just hit with intent, with a purpose. I've seen the one infamous one where it's like, it's just kind of like a kind of thing with like this part of his body, and the dude died. Just absolute. Oh, man. Johnny Dean, if it wasn't for Tatum's hit on Stingley, I would have went Taylor as well. See, and listen, I would have gone a couple different ones as well, but like, I fudging loved Sean Taylor, man. What a hell of a player. I love players who have intent, man. Players who have intent to hurt when we're talking. I was wondering what that sound was. Sorry, it's my laundry machine. I was like, oh, it's just a little angry tonight. When they had the intent to hurt, when NFL was still like that. And I'm not saying I liked it. I'm saying I'm okay with it. All right. Because there's advantages of the game now, and there's advantages of how the game was before. That's just the way it is. Okay. I loved when Sean Taylor would play because he would just run and he just had the intent was there. And for some of these players, it was money. For him, it was money and opportunity. And, some of the outside stuff was like power. And that kind of stuff will drive a person, which we've seen many a time, drive them like, ugh. Especially when you got to use your head in some of these hits too. It's just, oh my God. Absolutely love the guy. Can Vance McDonald get an honorable mention for his hit on Chris Conti that knocked him out of the NFL forever? I still will never forget that damn play. I had so many people messaging me the next day about it, man. You cannot. I hate that. Eugene Thomas, thank you for tuning in tonight, buddy. What's up? What's up to you too, buddy? What do you? I'll pull it up here for you too, quick there, Eugene. If you're tuning in, who do you think is the hardest hitting safety ever? Atwater, Dawkins, Chancellor, Taylor, Lynch, Lott, Tatum, or other? Getting a lot of the fans in here. Just because it's a nice little pop-up show. Figure we just go through the comments tonight. What amazes me the most about Lynch is that he appears to still have all his marbles. Yeah, it's weird when one of the hardest hitting safeties of all time is like the GM of a pretty damn good team. So the master himself says Donnie Snell from the Steelers would also knock your block off. Very true. Very, very true. Good old stat. That was a stat. That's, I don't want to say it, but that's still curtain era, right? Right? I could be wrong. Damn Chargers can't even give Mike Williams a couple of passes. Damn it, man. They're screwing up my undefeated fantasy team. Nah. I traded him in my dynasty. So in case you're monitoring, did you see that TD pass from Herbert to Eckler earlier? Oh my God, that kid is good. I did actually. I saw the highlight that's why I kind of was like this for a couple seconds. Like, oh my goodness gracious. Herbert's gotten lucky a couple of times though tonight. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple of those passes where I'm like, Herbert. Bill Bates from the Cowboys. Oh, good old kid. Yeah. Ed Reed was an underrated hard hitter. Yeah. And he was also, not say underrated safety. Like, if we're just talking like greatest safety of all time. Like, holy man, that guy was good. Yeah, I knew it. Listen, I was hoping that Matt Colson was going to pop in and say this. Hardy Nickerson would take your head off too. Very, very true. I had another one in here about this one. No. I didn't. That's the one I want to save. You know what? I had one other, I had some good ones in here. I had some good ones here. I'm going to save them for next week, though. But I do have some stupid things Bucs fans say. I am going to pull a couple of those ones out. And then I got a couple of funny pictures that we'll post, and then we'll get everybody out of here. So let's pop up the video quickly and go from there.
Stupid Bucs fans say.
So it's actually a shout out to Rick Hughes because he created the segment back in the day and he's got everything for me. So let's start with this one. Bucs just signed Richard Sherman. Yay. More mediocrity at a weak position. Like, what? The guy's a Super Bowl winning corner here, man. And at a weak position only because of injury, dumbass. Come on. Let's be smart about this. Also, my favorite, considering it took a humiliation in week 9 for Bruce to be like, all right, Tom, we'll do it your way, then went on to win a Super Bowl, I think you should be thanking us for beating y'all 38-3. So because he's a Saints fan, I had to ask him. I was like, will it just be added to the other regular season trophies you fans cling to? It didn't make no sense. No sense whatsoever. Now, I do have this one. Hindu Adu says, in week 4, Mac Jones is going to make Tom Brady retire. Tom Brady will look into the eyes of death and see a reflection of himself. The Chiefs are done. Tampa Bay are done. It's New England time. Somebody go check on Hindu Adu, if you don't mind. He seems to have lost his mind because shit happens. Where was that last one there? Oh, there. So, ladies and gentlemen, up here in Canada, it's getting a little ridiculous here with the lockdown. And now, if you're listening, I really need you to turn to the screen here. You really need to watch this in about 10, 15, 20 seconds-ish. Because we got some crazies up here in Canada, okay? When we get locked down, we got people saying, you can't take nothing from my garden. We got people who lose their minds and say, you don't tell me what to do. We also got people who like go out in the streets and just like lose their minds completely because they think, whatever. Okay. COVID is just a crazy son of a bitch. The craziest thing, though, that I've seen up here in Canada with regards to everything that's going on is probably this. And this is how we end. Say our little goulash segment for tonight. In the COVID update, somebody says, the second last comment from the bottom there, you can lock down the province, but you can't lock down my bunghole. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that correctly. You can lock down the province, but you cannot lock down my butthole. That has been another issue. The stupid things Buck fans say, and also just some stupid stuff that people say in general.
Stupid Bucs fans say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get to the last couple of comments here. Hey, let's do a build your barbecue plate. You all right. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Since I got Ben here tonight, I'll do it for Ben Cornett. Build your perfect chicken barbecue plate, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in the comments section, I want you to build it. I want you to build it for me, please. So your pick one is your drink. You get Minute Maid lemonade, milk. I think that's more milk. They get Sprite, Coke, Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper, or water. Pick two, I think, would be like your side to go with your chicken. So that would be like macaronis, potatoes, the grossest thing on the planet, which is baked beans, coleslaw, baked potatoes. So I think those would be mini potatoes. 6 is like a salad. 7 is some sort of other gross salad, and 8 is corn on the cob. Then you gotta pick one. Oh, you pick two sides. Oh, look at you guys go. You can pick two sides. Pick one of these desserts. There's apple pie, cherry pie, chocolate pie. I think that's a lemon loaf. If it was lemon poppy seed, I'm all over that bitch. Holy crap. That'd be a chocolate strawberry cake. I think that's just like your normal birthday cake and a chocolate chip cookie. So, all right, Ben, you got it. You got your wish, buddy. I'm going to have to build mine first because I'm going to have to give some people some time here. I'm not going to lie. That little chicken thing looks so good. Where's the nearest Swiss Chalet around here? Like, come on. I'm going with D, the Sprite. Like, Coca-Cola is good and all, but I'm a Sprite guy personally. So if I go to a party and I can get a Sprite on the side instead of the normal Coke, oh, yeah. And I could pick two of these. Give me the baked potato and the corn on the cob. I don't even think that's a question. Just lather them in butter and salt and, oh, my goodness. And then, man, the apple pie would probably be, I would probably go with the apple pie. But like I said, if W was like lemon poppy seed loaf, man, there's nothing on this planet that would stop me from picking lemon poppy seed loaf. I absolutely love lemon poppy seed loaf. And I really want lemon poppy seed loaf. The people are probably like, oh, now I get it. That's why Andrew's crazy and looks like he's on meth all the time. No, I don't. I don't eat lemon poppy seed loaf all the time. I wish. My God. All right. Ben better have said something in there in this comment section. I swear to God. Let me go here. All right. There we go. And now I'm hungry. Or you're going to be hungrier now. Those are new Brady fans that say stupid shit like that. That's very true. Chargers picked off Carr. Ball game. Sherman was only on the team 3 days. Still had the most tackles last night. Wow. I know, right? It was a great. 3:14 left in the game. Chargers ball. Come on, Williams. Shout out Chris Adams bungle. I can tell right now that Ben Cornett's going to be like, these flipping Canadians are weird, man. Wait. See. Hold on, Johnny, look at it. Johnny, look. Look at Johnny. I am the great Cornholio. I'm the corn. Cornholio. Yeah. And then go back to this. Yeah. It's really actually hard to do. Jesus. Wrapped up in everything. Whoever had Eckler on their fantasy team, congrats. Right? Yeah. Viva la LA. What? Does it only come with Bird? Yes. So we got E. So he goes Coca-Cola. Good. I'm so glad Ben actually answered this. E 7. What is 7? What the hell is even 7? Is that like, it just looks like noodles and veggies together. That's weird. And T. So he picked apple pie too. Okay, cool. Anybody else just rub their right? Diet Coke, beans, baked potato, and pecan pie. Was there pecan pie? What the hell is a pecan pie? I didn't see no pecan pie. Wait, was that? No, T is apple pie. How dare you? Diet Coke, okay. The beans is gross, dude. Not a problem, Ben. I appreciate you tuning in tonight, buddy. So I'll do that for you anytime, buddy. Coca-Cola, macaroni salad, and V. I think that's chocolate cake. Yeah, you can pick one more there too, Johnny. I think it's 2 sides. So the L or I or 1. Oh, okay. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Yeah, Tapasio. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I don't know why that's actually cracked me up. Oh, Jesus, man. E, so Coca-Cola. 3, so baked beans, really? And corn on the cob. Why does everyone love baked beans? You have no idea. I will come down to Florida. I will party with all you guys. There is nothing on this planet, no bet, no money, no nothing that would make me take a even spoonful of baked beans. No idea. And then it says X. That chocolate cake with that. Johnny Dean, you get 2 sides, sir. That's right. Chocolate pie. Are you sure that's not pecan pie? Because chocolate pie chocolate pie sucks. If it is pecan pie, the pecan pie is a very close one too. I'm not gonna lie. I want another side too. You go ahead, Johnny. You get another side. Christopher Cole says E 1 3 and Z. So that's Coca-Cola, macaroni salad. I'm pretty sure. But why is again everyone with the beans, man? No. How are we all gonna be friends past this? No, I'm just kidding. And a chocolate chip cookie. Those chocolate chip cookies look amazing. 1 and 3. Why, Johnny? Stop! No. Oh, it's pasta salad. Okay. Why? Ew. I can't. There's a lot of cool Canadians. Ryan Reynolds, Renee Paquette, Alanis Morissette, John Candy, and the entire cast of Schitt's Creek. Oh, man. The fact that you just dropped Alanis Morissette, I'm going to have to go get stoned right after this show and listen to, like, You Ought to Know or something. And I don't actually think my fiance is going to have a problem with that. V is pecan. Is V pecan pie? And the Giant says V is a brownie. I actually, you know what? Now I'm looking at it. It might actually be pecan pie. Bucs Report says Coke, mac and cheese, and chocolate cake. Mac and cheese, chocolate cake. Bucs Report, you get one more side too, by the way. And there is a Canadian, there is the Canadian part of it. No, God, no. I see all these guys. Baked beans are the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat beans with every meal. Yes, I know how the. No, I can't. Oh no, like I'm like throwing up at the very thought. I hate baked beans, guys. Like I'm actually getting sick right now. That's gross. No baked beans. Stop it. That's why you're stuck in Canada. That's your punishment. Listen, hold the hell on. Give me this thing out of here. If being stuck in Canada is my punishment because I won't eat baked beans, I'll stay up here, Stephen. I swear. And there's nothing. There was one can sitting in our pantry since the last house we moved from. That was like years ago. That thing just recently got thrown out because I don't know if the fiance thought I was just going to eat it or not. There's no flipping way I was going to eat that. Hell no. I thought one was mac and cheese. Is it mac and cheese? No, I think it's like macaroni. It looks like macaroni salad. If it was mac and cheese, it'd have like I think it would be a little bit more yellower. So 5. Okay, so big. You still went with the baked beans though, dude. Ugh. I can't have it. Can't have baked beans on. And now, of course, everybody's going to like tag me in every baked beans thing they could ever find, which is going to be the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I have never seen anyone so bean shamed before. You just shame me for all the bean hate all you want. It's like the most disgusting thing on this planet. I can't. Bucs report, more mac and more mac and cheese. Maybe it's white cheddar. Okay. You might be right. Or it might just be macaroni salad. You guys are funny tonight. I'm not going to lie. This has been a good last little bit. I don't have any more, sadly, of the pick ones there. But you guys did a really good job throughout all of them. So I guess I could post this one because I hate the Saints, by the way. Just because, saw a nice little thread that somebody who wrote a book apparently was talking about on Twitter. How stupid was that? It's just me. Anyway, yeah. Okay, hold on. There we go. H7V. Okay, so let's go back here quick. So H is a water. Okay, 7. You can pick one more too. One more side there, Carrie. And V. So, everyone's picking V, and we don't even know what V is. No, it's all right. Blame Boston, Andrew. They made beans awesome. You serious, Johnny? If that's 100% honest, I now understand why I hate Boston even more. Then I'm okay with it. 100%. No, Andrew is right. It's macaroni salad. Steven, you understand that you just literally wrote down, no, Andrew is right. And it's live. Like you have like 2 seconds to take that out of the chat, dude. Like people are gonna see that. Beans, the glorious fruit. The more you eat, the more you. Yeah. Okay. V is whatever you want it to be. Johnny, that's a good one. Oh, you should read that in your Christopher Walken voice. What? What am I supposed to? What? I can't. I don't know. My voice is way too like I have like kind of a sore throat right now. If you want me, I can't do walking right. No, I can't do walking. I'll come more prepared with the walking voice next week. I promise. B is actually a baked bean. That's disgusting. They sell that at Tim Hortons. No, I'm just kidding. 8 V looks like 8 looks like beef. It looks. I can't even tell. I can't even tell at this point. And it's actually quite funny. I find this quite funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna. If what's for breakfast, beef. If you don't eat your meat, you won't have any pudding. What if it's pudding? What is V? It's gonna be like we're gonna have our own little inside jokes here for the live from the cheap seats. People are gonna be posting baked beans, and someone's gonna make like a Facebook or something and be like, "What is V?" No. Honestly, can someone go to live from the cheap seats and tell me what is V? We need to know what is V and what is the trade value of OJ Howard. So anybody who watched tonight honestly knows the 3 things to take away from this is what is the trade value of OJ Howard? Baked beans will almost make me throw up. And what is V? Those are if you know any fans out there, that's how you'll know that they watched this week's show. Speaking of this week's show, this was a nice little pop-up episode here on a Monday, and I thank you all. I was actually a little scared. I was like, listen, we got a game on. I know it just ended, and I do have to go. And I know a lot of people are going to pop on and be like, what the hell? Why is this guy leaving? I don't get it. But, I only have a short, limited time, and it's almost midnight for a lot of you. So I am going to be taking off. Once I can, so many people. Great show, Andrew. Thank you, Ben. I love every time that you get to pop on, man. It's always a pleasure. Blood pudding. V cannot be blood pudding. That just does that. No. What is that? That looks like some sort of like anime food that I want to eat, man. Damn. Skirt steak. Ooh. I need mini steaks or something, man. V is the trade value of OJ squared. Oh man, this is such a great episode. You Canadians should really know that blood pudding is a Brit thing. You guys are her her children, right? Yeah, but we're trying to get away from that, okay? Just don't tell her. It's a secret. V is brownies. See, got brownies. We got pecan pie. I said pudding. I said a couple other things too. So he ain't worth nothing, bro. He needs to wrap up in bubble wrap. He gets hurt every year. I agree, Mark Allen. I agree. And I also like props to everybody, man. I have props to all of you. And thank you all again for tuning in tonight. This is the last little bit here. This is why I love doing this show. I'm very happy, and I mean this in all respect, of course. I'm very happy that they fired Rick Hughes from this show and they allowed me to take over the platform. Though Rick Hughes is like God amongst men when it comes to this show. If it was not for Rick Hughes, we would not have this platform to talk with all the fans here. So I love what I've turned it into, what you, the fans, have turned it into, what Rick has allowed me to do, what the boss has allowed me to do. Love how the first half of this show is basically serious. We talk about our Bucs. We get everything out of the way. And then we all remember where we are, live from the cheap seats. So we sit up top of Raymond James Stadium in the cheapest of seats that we can find, which are still $400. And we sit and we talk about the game that was the night before. And for us, if it's an away game, we sit and we watch it on the big Jumbotron and we enjoy. That's what we do here. And one day I'll get to Raymond James Stadium. One day. Until that day, I enjoy this show because it reminds me of all the people that I'm going to meet when I get down there. And man, are we going to party when I get down there. So thank you all again. Love you all. I really do. I love all of you. You guys are amazing. Remember, follow, like, share, live from the cheap seats. Me on Twitter at Andrew_Faubert. Bucs Report on every social media platform. We growing, baby. We growing. We're everywhere. And we're going to continue dominating because that's what we do. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. And don't forget, I'll be back with you more than likely tomorrow, if not probably Wednesday, for a quick little fantasy update. And then we'll be back on Saturday, Wednesday, for At the Spread with Rick Hughes. That's right. You'll see me on Wednesday talking more gambling, which, by the way, I only got one receipt. Now I'm never going to hold receipts to Rick Hughes on that show. What me and Rick Hughes do on that show back and forth is all love with that guy. But some of those people came at me in the comment section and said, how dare you wear a Bucs jersey and state that you can take the Patriots at +7. It's not talking about who I love. It's talking about money. When you talk about money, things are different. The +7 of the Patriots, I didn't even have on my locked 4. My locked 4 got you, the fans, 3-1 this week. Call it luck, call it what you will. I'm not a huge, diehard gambler. Do the little bets here and there. But I like to do the numbers. I love having this board. When I have more time available to myself, that you'll see this whiteboard all filled. And if you see this whiteboard filled, you know that I'm coming at you guys with some hard knowledge and some hard facts and some hard stuff. Because that's what you guys like. You like it when I come a little crazy. That didn't sound right. You like it when I become prepared for these shows and they're a little crazy. There we go. I appreciate every single one of you. You are all the best. I will see you next week. Hold the heck on. We got some hold the heck on. What the heck? No red rant. No, sorry, buddy. Oh, for fuck's sake. VSP. Send your barbecue plate to Rick Hughes. Yes. Yes. You guys know this isn't blood pudding. Thank you. Why the fuck would anyone eat blood pudding? Oh, my God. You guys are amazing. It's really hard to get off when you guys are just this hilarious, right? Oh my God. I love you all. Again, remember. Oh my, you're gonna make me fire them cannons. We're 3-1. Your Bucs are 3-1. We're going fishing for some dolphins next weekend. We'll see you then, live from the cheap seats, Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. That means 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for you. We'll see you there. Absolutely adore every one of you guys and gals. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,